Hey everyone, Mr. Mir here. Today, as you might know, tonight at 9 o'clock, the very bane of my existence, the Spike TV Video Game Awards comes on. And I looked on their website here and I see that they're going to do this pre-show thing online. They're not going to do any sort of pre-show on the actual channel though. And I figured, you know what, screw that. I'm going to do my own pre-show. That's right, I'm going to be talking about, I guess, the nominees, the categories they have, and the performers they have scheduled to come on tonight. First, before I get into the nominees, I have the Video Game Awards website pulled up here. Today I'm going to discuss the advisory council for the awards this year. First off is Jeff Keighley, and I have respect for Jeff Keighley ever since he defended Mass Effect from those two bitches at on Fox News. I mean, he's pretty good. He also the host of Game Trailers TV on Spike TV, so I heard that's a pretty decent show. So he's good. So the next one is Ricardo Torres, the editor-in-chief of GameSpot. Yeah. What more do I need to say about that? I mean, he, when that one guy got fired for giving Kane Lynch a low score, so, anyway, I don't know about him. Next up is Stephen Totilo, who's a reporter of NTV News. Right. Whatever. NTV should not cover video games. Music television, not video game television. Alright, next one is Andy McNamara, the editor-in-chief of Game Informer. I don't know about Game Informer. They're kind of iffy. I don't really trust professional reviewers anymore, so... Anyway, next up, Brian Crescenti, the managing editor of Kotaku. I haven't been to Kotaku, so I don't know about that. Next up is Christopher Grant, the editor-in-chief of Joystick. I don't know about that either. Chris Baker, senior editor of Wired magazine. Wired's a pretty cool magazine, I'll give him that. Next one is Brandon Boyer, editor of Offworld.com. I don't know about him either. Next up is Tal Blevins, a VP Vice President Games Content of IGN. Once again, a professional reviewing site, I don't really trust them. Next up is Shane Satterfield, the Vice President of Content for Spike Digital Entertainment and editor-in-chief of Game Trailers. Game Trailers is a pretty cool site. That's where the Angry Video Game Nerds videos are hosted, and also ScrewAttack.com's other videos, so they're a cool site. Next up is Sam Kennedy, editor-in-chief of OneUp.com. OneUp.com is affiliated with EGM and once again, professional reviewers. I don't really trust them anymore. Next up is Chris Kohler, the editor of Game Life. I'm just going to go through these real quick, pretty long list. Next is Brian Williams, managing editor of GameSpy. Eric Bratcher, executive editor of Games Radar US. Francesca Reyes, editor-in-chief of official Xbox magazine. John Davison, president and co-founder of What They Like. I don't know what they are. I never heard of that. Next is Lieb Goa, editor-in-chief of AOL Game Daily, American Online. Jeez. Next up is Zoe Flower, managing editor of What They Play. What They Like and What They Play. I have never heard of either of those. Next up is Rob Smith, editor-in-chief of PSM magazine. Nick Chester, editor-in-chief of Destructoid. Kristen Salvatore, editor-in-chief of PC Gamer. I read through a list of these before. and they have representatives from PlayStation Magazine, Xbox 360 Magazine, and a PC Magazine. However, no representatives from Nintendo Power or anything like that. So, is Nintendo going to get the shaft again this year? Anyway, I have said before that the Wii doesn't have enough games to appeal to the hardcore gamer, but anyway, moving on. Next up is Nagai Kwolal, senior writer of Newsweek, their technology section. Aaron Bowling, video games analyst of ESPN, I guess to provide analysis for the sports games. I don't really care about sports games. Scott Alexander, senior editor of Playboy. I don't know about them either. I read a few of their reviews before, and the same thing with professional reviewers. I don't trust them. Next up is Mike Snyder, entertainment reporter of USA Today. Brandon Sheffield, editor-in-chief of Game Developers Magazine. And finally, Jeff Gerstmann. I believe he's the guy who got fired from GameSpot for giving Kane and Lynch a 6 or something out of 10. Anyway, he's now the editor-in-chief of Giant Bomb. So, it's a pretty long list. So anyway, on to the nominees. Probably what you clicked on this video for. This might go into 2 parts, so if I get cut off at an inopportune time, just watch part 2. First category is Best Independent Game Fueled by Dew, as in Mountain Dew. You know, Halo 3 had that game-fueled Mountain Dew. Anyway, at least they're honoring independent games. That's good. I guess the fans, visitors of this site, got to vote on this. So I guess the voting has closed for now. First nominee is World of Goo. Then next one is Pixel Junk Eden. Never played those. Braid. Haven't played that. Audio Surf. Audio Surf is a pretty kick-ass game. I think Audio Surf will win that one. I'm gonna do my predictions. What I think should win, if I know enough about the games that are being presented. Audio Surf is a pretty innovative game. I have a video up of gameplay from that game if you want to check it out. So I say Audio Surf wins this one. Next category is Studio of the Year. First up is Media Molecule for Little Big Planet. Next is Rockstar North for Grand Theft Auto 4. Sorry if I seem a little choked up here. Get some water. Next up is Harmonix for Rock Band 2. And finally, it's Bethesda Game Studios for Fallout 3. I heard a lot of good things about Fallout 3 and Little Big Planet. I mean, wow, pretty good list here so far. Next category is Game of the Year. Where they got nominated here. So I'm gonna pull it up here. First up is Gears of War 2. It's a kick-ass game. Then Grand Theft Auto 4. Then Metal Gear Solid 4. Fallout 3. Then Little Big Planet. Okay. I think probably Fallout 3 should win. But on Spike TV, they'll probably choose Grand Theft Auto 4. I think it's kind of overrated. I think Grand Theft Auto 4 is overrated anyway. Alright. Next category is Best Team Sports Game. Right away, I already know who's going to win. This one is Madden. So let's go over the nominees anyway. First is FIFA Soccer 09. Next is NBA 2K9. Then Madden NFL 09. Right. I think that'll definitely win. Madden will definitely win.